Hello again, YouTube. Okay, this is going to be a video on my rats. Okay, so this is a homemade rack that I made. It's just made out of some Home Depot wood, or actually Lowe's, I believe. So it's just some little 2x2s, which are actually 1.5, whatever. 2x3s. 5 standard size cement tubs. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Enough room for one more, so it'll hold 8. And yeah, I feed them dog food. I tried the pellets, and I just had a really hard time with them eating and everything else. And if it doesn't, it says it's good for them, so whatever. That's what I'm giving them. I haven't had a problem. Been doing it for almost a year. It's one of my boys right here. He's a good boy. He's by himself right now. All his girlfriends are taking care of babies. These are some that I'm raising to be breeders. Still a little small right now, only around 130, 140 grams. They don't usually stop breeding for me till around 200. And I got some more in here, more in there, blah blah blah. So I got some up top. These are my feeders. I feed these off. Okay, so they start off in here, they breed. Once they're pregnant, they go either into one of these 2 tubs, or they come over here into this rack. It's another rack that I built. This one I built using these new tubs from Walmart. Have these little handles on them. Slide pretty good. I write the dates that the little was born, how many's in there. Every time I take one out, I erase it, so I know if any moms are eating the babies. And so yeah, so I got some, let's see if I can show you some babies here. See, she's on a little right there. There we go. Some pinks. Some more pinks. Some pups. It's the only time I get bit. Playing with the babies. Mother just doesn't like that. It's a nice, good sized little right there. I think she had 17. I got 13 left. So yeah, so then they come into here, and then when they're weaned, 21 days old, they usually weigh anywhere between 25 and 35 grams when they're weaned. Then they go into this tub here. So then once there's anything under 40 grams, I put in here. Then between 40 and 60 go in here, and so on as they get older. And the reason why I do that is because I feed my snakes according to body weight. So by me keeping track, obviously the pups and the pups and the fuzzies and the pinks, I weigh them, for the baby snakes. But besides that, if I have a snake that's 450 grams, I feed it 10% body weight, which would be 45 grams. So I know to go into that tub and grab a 45 gram rat, feed it to that snake. So usually every week, that bin goes to that bin, that bin goes to that bin, and so on, until they end up over here with the 90 to 120. And then I usually freeze them from there, or the females will go up here or here, and to be either recycled through or become breeders or whatever. But anyways, they usually don't get that much. I don't have anything that eats over 120 grams. So I have a couple of people that come and buy some feeders off me, so it kind of helps out with the shavings. Shavings I use, of course, everybody says it's bad. There it is, it's the Pine. Been doing it for over a year, haven't had any problems. Well, there it is right there. fresh pine, no added anything, you know. So that's it right there. Pay I believe it's $8 for that 35-pound bag. Yeah, so anyways, that's the way the rats go here. Let me give you a little peek inside the up here. So you know, let me show everybody another thing here. So you know, cause like I clean my rats once a week. But see this? This is from, let me see, 3 days. Because of course you see how many I got in here, so of course it's gonna get dirty faster. Now this is something I will change today. Now I check these throughout the week and see what needs to be cleaned and clean them as needed. So I know these obviously I clean. I mean, you can see inside there, it's clean. These I clean once a week. Sometimes I don't even need it, but I clean it anyway. These I clean once a week. Some of them I might do twice a week for the ones that have pups that already go into the bathroom a lot. Those might get cleaned twice a week. Some of these will get cleaned 2 to 3 times a week. So it's a lot of work, but it costs me about $100 a month to feed and care for all these rats. So if you add up the $100 a month to compare to what I would pay feeding 20 snakes, I'll pay the $100 to take care of the rats. Plus, I sell a few here and there, so it helps pay for it. It doesn't help fully, but it helps pay for it a little bit. So anyway, yeah. So that's how I breed them. I know I have the rats in the same room as the snakes. You know, I was worried about doing it at first, but the room that I originally had my snakes in, I have a hard time keeping the heat in that room, so I had to move them to this room with them. It's the only room I have available, and actually it's been working out fine. They've been in this room for probably about 4 months now, and it hasn't really changed. A couple of snakes, a little nippy, but they were to begin with, and so I don't think that has anything to do with it. But actually some snakes that weren't eating, once I brought them into this room after a couple of weeks, started eating, and they've been eating fine ever since. So I haven't had a problem with it. I mean, some other people might have tried it and had problems. I don't. So it's like they say, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. So I'm not having a problem. So now that the summer's coming, I'm not gonna bother putting the snakes back out into the other room, because I'm having a fine time the way they're at right now. So instead of me moving every snake and the racks and everything every summer, every winter, it's doing fine. I'm just gonna leave it the way I have it now, and that'll be it. So anyways, yeah. So again, you know, I breed them from there. Raise up the, you know, those that are birthing. They go in, once I see they're pregnant, they come out, they go in here. They stay in here till they have their babies. Once they're weaned, the mom will go back into the tubs. The babies will start coming up here to come across to be feeders, or to be grow up to get put back into there to be future breeders. So it all depends on if I get some new males to switch up. If I get a new male, you know, for a bin, I'll throw some babies back in. If I don't get a new male, then I'll feed it off, I'll get rid of it. Because if I have a baby, because I keep all my, like, these are all my, these are going to be all tan. These are all my blue hooded. These are all white. Those are all brown. Those are all black and white down there. So I know what mother came from what box, so they go right back in. So if I have a white rat that I raise up from here, obviously it came from a white mother, it's going to go into there, and then the father is going to be banging his daughter. So I mean, I have done it in the past and had no problems, but I don't want no problems, so I try to just switch up the males every now and then. I get new males, like this guy's recently, you know, raised up, and I'm gonna get him some different females. I'm not gonna give him his females back. But yeah, so anyways, there it is. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to help you out the best I can. I mean, if you want to know how to build these racks, there's plenty of videos online on how to build them, so just look it up. Okay, I think this has been long enough, so I'll try to cut it there. Hopefully I don't have to edit any of this out. So anyway guys, just I guess leave me a comment, subscribe, and I'll subscribe back to you. Just leave me a comment that you subscribed, and have fun.